Well, good morning and welcome to Love and Money. You're with the Self Love Sisters. I'm Lisa and I'm going to bring on Kelly in just a moment, and we'll be talking about the foundations to Bitcoin. So what you really need right now to get started. So just waiting for Kelly to jump on. Looks like she's here. Okay. Let's go here. Coming on now. Got this new tripod and it's wobbling around, but yeah, I don't think I would use it again. Hey, Cal.
Hi there. How are you this morning?
Good. Okay, so I've just mentioned. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so just mentioned we're doing the foundations to Bitcoin. What you really need to get started right now.
Yep.
So
perfect.
You can take it away.
All right. So number one, the foundation is the beginnings of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was invented by a person, we think, called Satoshi Nakamoto. And it might be a person, it might be a group of people, because it is anonymous. So it was invented, I mentioned the other day that back in 1997, there was a group of cryptographers who were working on algorithms and cryptography, which is like coding, codes and stuff like that spies used in the movies, that sort of thing. And then when the GFC hit in 2008, 2009, there was a white paper which Satoshi Nakamoto had written about cryptocurrency, and from that, because there was a growing lack of trust in the banking and financial systems that are currently ruling our world, Bitcoin grew in popularity. So it was just an obscure little idea, and when people experienced the aftershocks of the GFC, this idea was discovered and brought to light. And so the great thing about Bitcoin is that it really is simply just a ledger. So it's a ledger where the entries on the ledger have to be confirmed by random different people. So that's how the Bitcoins get released, is there's a block of information in each part of the blockchain, and when one block is solved, Bitcoins get released. Now there is a limit to the number of Bitcoins that will be available, and that is 21 million Bitcoins. And if you read our book, you'll get the information that there is 100 million Satoshis, which make up one Bitcoin. So like there is 100 cents in $1, there is 100 million Satoshis, which make up one Bitcoin. So that's a little bit of the background of Bitcoin. Is there anything that I've missed there, Lise?
No, I think you covered that quite well. Yes. And then the next step, the thing that you absolutely need before you can do anything, is what we call on ramps, off ramps. So if you imagine a freeway, you've got to get up onto the freeway, and then you're in the flow of everything going on there. And to get off at your destination, you need to come off on the off ramp. So on ramps and off ramps are wallets or exchanges, and you need to be able to put your paper money into, or fiat they call it, into come on through the on ramp to get it into the system. And so you need to open a wallet, and what there are, we'll put it in the comments below where you can research which wallet is best for your country, because there are different wallets that work in different countries, don't work in others. So what we've found in Australia is that we can use Coinbase, Coinstar. There are a couple of others, but we tend to stick with CoinJar because it's easy. The fees are a little bit less than most of them. And once you've put your, you can transfer money in via BPay or Poly. And once your money's in there, then you transfer that money into Bitcoin. And then once you've got Bitcoin, you can then move it around freeway or in the system however you like. And that's where it becomes anonymous and everything is done on the ledger then. To get it off, so to get your Bitcoin out and into money, CoinJar also has a swipe card that you can use anywhere that Visa or MasterCard are taken. So it's just like using your EFTPOS and it comes out of your CoinJar. So that's how you get to use Bitcoin in the real world. And also, if you go to the living room of Satoshi, you can pay anything in Australia by BPay with your Bitcoin. So to get it off, you then transfer it in your jar back to fiat money, and then you can withdraw it into your bank account and then bring it out as cash. You do your everyday banking. So that is how you use your fiat money to get into the system and to get back out. So again, we'll put to what would be the best wallet in your country. You have to do a little bit of research into that. And I think we discovered one for New Zealand last night, didn't we, Cal? What was the best one for New Zealand?
Xapo, I think. XAPO. XAPO
yeah.
is one that we've heard that people are using with success and having it's been easy for them to use.
Yeah, and so there's one other part to the wallets, which Kelly will go over now, which is KYC. So if you want to take over from there, Cal?
Yep, sure. So our third point in the Foundations 101 of Bitcoin is the KYC process that you do need to go through when you're going to buy your Bitcoin. Most people will be using this process. So when you open a wallet, you will need to verify your identification, and that's part of the regulations which are pretty much worldwide as part of the anti-money laundering laws. So you will need to have something like your passport or your driver's license, and you'll also need proof of your address. So people, the banks or regulators want to know where you live and who you are to make sure that you are not a gangster, criminal, using your Bitcoin for nefarious purposes. And that's all good. That's all good. That's part of the process. And the regulation actually helps us be confident with the people that we're putting our money with, because just as we have to verify who we are, then it gives us a track back to verify if somebody is, going to take our money, then they obviously should be a registered provider. So it gives us a bit of a safety net as well. So that's a bit of a two-way street. But once you've gone through the process of getting your Bitcoin getting your fiat currency or your local money into a wallet, then transferring it to Bitcoin, once you go to, from there you can go into another wallet, which is an anonymous wallet. So people talk about anonymity with Bitcoin. So there is that level of anonymity when you go from your off-ramp into the cryptocurrency space. So like Lee said, there's on-ramps and off-ramps, but once you're on that highway, it's free traveling, baby. So it's all good in there.
That's right.
So I think that's covered off KYC. There's just those couple of things that you need to do. The other thing that I will mention is that when you are getting into Bitcoin, the process is about a 3 to 5 day process when you're going through transferring your money into your account or your wallet, getting your identity verified. So while we think, I'm jumping on, I'm getting excited, there is a 3 to 5 day period where you're getting verified and getting everything set up. So just wanted to let you know that, and I'll hand it back to you, Lise, to give us a wrap up.
Okay, no worries at all. Okay, so what we've learned today is that Satoshi Nakamoto was the one who invented it, and could have been a person, could have been a group of people. They are anonymous and will remain that way because nobody's been able to find them yet. I don't think, well, there's no need behind them, really. But as Kelly said, once it's invented, it can't be uninvented. And then to get into the Bitcoin world, like a whole nother world in there, you need an on-ramp. And to get out, you need an off-ramp. So that is where your wallet comes into play. And to set up a wallet, you will need to go through KYC, which is Know Your Customer. And that's where the identification needs to come in. So driver's license, passport, and a proof of address. And then, what was the last one?
That was it. That was it. And,
that
and
was
we're
it.
going to
Oh,
add a
okay.
link.
Yeah.
Add a link in the comments as
Yeah.
to where you can find a good wallet for your local area.
That's right. And so an action step today would be to follow that link, do a bit of research on which wallet is best for you in your area. The main fact is to not worry too much about it with your first wallet, because once you're in, you can then do a little bit more research. So once you've got your Bitcoin and you're holding it, then you can do a little bit more research as to which wallet or it could be best for you, where you want to, if you're getting a strategy in place where you want to even place your Bitcoin. So don't worry too much about your first try getting in, because then the more you learn, there's definitely going to be different ways that you're going to handle the whole cryptocurrency space. Okay, so that is a wrap up for today. Thank you so much for joining us. A big shout out to Kim, who stayed on for quite a while there.
Yeah,
Hey, Kim, how
Amber
you
was
doing?
with us and Hope as well, so
Yeah,
thanks to them.
And Isabella, she was there too. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's it from me. So ka kite anō from me.
And ka kite anō from me.